All right, so tonight for our masterclass, we are going to go over mantras. And a mantra is something you might have heard of. It's very popular, very common in meditation. Mantra is, the definition of mantra is a word or a phrase or a prayer or even a thought that you repeat over and over and over. And it's used as oftentimes an object of focus during meditation, but it can be used also during a yoga practice. And sometimes when you have a mantra, you can use it throughout the day. What a mantra does is it literally changes the neural path of the brain. So we all have typical ways of thinking, very habitual ways of thinking. This is why meditation is so beneficial. It's something that we should all eventually try to do, because meditation helps us become the witness. And when you become the witness, over time, you'll start recognizing your thought patterns. You're typically going to have the same thoughts over and over again. You'll start recognizing when you have something outside of that, like a good idea or something that is not in that same way of thinking. And then you'll know that you're receiving higher wisdom oftentimes, because it's not within that same habitual thinking. But the mantras, what they do is they literally bring the mind to a higher place. So they take the mind in this stuck space that it's in, and it lifts it up. Sound has power, and the voice has tremendous influence. And this is universally true no matter where you go. So if you go to an event or something like that where you've been around a dynamic speaker, that person is able to like create this energy in the room, and we all feel it. And it's through their voice that they're doing that, the dynamic of their voice. And so we have to recognize that sound is powerful. Typically with mantras, the mantras that I give, we are saying them internally. They're going to be a little more subtle. Just a little side note with Ayurveda. In Ayurvedic medicine, we typically do not want to give anybody that has too much vata. And if you don't know what that means, then you can reach out to me and I will tell you. But if you have a lot of vata, like extreme vata and a vata imbalance, then you will not want to be saying any kind of chant or these mantras aloud, because it could actually cause more imbalance. So it's done internally. What we're going to do tonight is internal mantra. And the other thing too with mantras, if you start doing yoga, you've been doing it for a while, you start advancing your practice, and you end up choosing a teacher, somebody that you're learning from, that teacher, it's their job to recognize when a student is ready for a mantra, and they will give a mantra to the student. It typically will have a special meaning, and the way that the mantra is put together also, it has special meaning. It will give that student a way of opening them up that maybe other mantras wouldn't do. And it takes a master teacher to give those type of mantras to a student. What we're going to do today is learn some of the universal mantras. Universal mantras are typically so, hum. So you would say it on your inhale, hum on your exhale. We use that one often. And you would do that during your meditation. You could also use it during your practice. And then also Om, O-M. Om is also another universal mantra. I am also going to briefly go into some of the mantras that you could use that will, they work with each of the chakras. I'm not going to go into detail about what the chakras are and what they mean, but what I will do is I will give you the mantra for each chakra. So starting at the base chakra, the root chakra, which is located at the very bottom of the tailbone, that particular mantra would be LUM, L-U-M, and you would say it, LUM, LUM, LUM. You could say it aloud, or you could say it internally. And what it's going to do is bring in calmness, stability, and grounding. And you can also, during the meditation, visualize the color red. So you can bring in, make it amplify that mantra by bringing in the visual aspect. The next mantra is at the lower navel and just above the pubic bone. And that one, the sound is VUM, V-U-M, VUM, VUM. And it promotes unconditional love and devotion. If you're doing that mantra, you would want to visualize. So there's two different colors that you could visualize. I'm giving you the colors that you would visualize if you're working with an Ayurvedic practitioner, or if you're in yoga, they use different colors. So the color with the Ayurvedic practitioner, they would give you dark blue. And in yoga, they would give you orange. And what I would tell you is go with the one that resonates for you, which feels most natural. The next one is at the solar plexus, right there at the diaphragm. And that is RUM, R-U-M, RUM, RUM, RUM. It cultivates focus and clarity, logic, and reason. This is also our center of will. So it's where we're able to manifest. So when this center is strong, usually people that are strong in the center are really good manifestors. The color that you would want to visualize is either blue or yellow. Blue or yellow, whichever one resonates for you. The next center is the heart center, and that mantra is YUM, Y-U-M, YUM, YUM, YUM. And that is for detachment, ease, and flow. And the color you would want to visualize is either green or red. And I want to just tell you this too, because we do the Qigong, Tai Chi, Hatha blend class, and we have a practice for the heart. The heart is where we hold our grief. It's where we feel pressure. If you're over efforting in your life, it will settle in the heart. So if you're feeling a lot of pressure in the heart, you start getting chest pain and things like that, like from stress, then this would be a really great mantra for you. And also if you're dealing with grief, if you're having a hard time letting go, you have attachment issues, this would be a great mantra for you. The next center is the throat center, and that is HUM, H-U-M, hum, hum, hum. That one is for inspiration and also expression of divine will. And the color you want to visualize is either like a graphite, like a smoky gray. That would be if an Ayurvedic practitioner is working with you, or light blue aqua. It's quite beautiful color. The next one is the third eye, and that sound is Kasham, K-S-H-A-M, Kasham, Kasham. And it cultivates the soul perspective, wisdom, like being connected to the frontal lobe of the brain, right? The higher brain. And the color is a silvery white or cobalt blue. Find which one works for you. The very last chakra at the crown of the head, that one is Om, O-M, which is also a universal mantra. It promotes universal wisdom, higher wisdom. So that center means that we're now connected to all knowledge, universal knowledge. And the color that you would want to go with is purple or violet. In Ayurveda, it's said to be beyond color. So the color I would say, if you do want a color for that center, is violet or purple. So what I want you to do right now is we're going to work with one of those mantras, and you need to choose the one that you think tonight is right for you. And I'll go through them again really quick. Soham or Om are both universal mantras. You can do those. Soham means I am that I am. If you feel like you need more grounding, then you want to do Lum, L-U-M. If you feel like you need to have more unconditional love and devotion, and you want to cultivate that, then you need to do VUM, V-U-M. If you are wanting to bring in better focus, logic, and reason, you need that clarity, then you would want to do RUM, R-U-M. Then the next is for the heart. That's going to be grief, attachment, just stress, over efforting through life. And that is going to be yum, Y-U-M, yum. Throat is for inspiration, expression of divine will. A lot of artists, musicians, people that are really very artistic, this center is strong for them. And that's yum, yum, yum. Third eye is going to help with wisdom and the soul perspective. That's kasham. And then the crown is om. That's for universal wisdom. So take a moment to kind of figure out what you want to do. We're going to take a couple minutes and close our eyes and work with that mantra, and then we will start a practice working with the mantra. So I would actually recommend that we have a couple of different mudras here that we're going to do, either finger to thumb, and you're going to bring them into your lap, or you can do right hand into the left hand, connect your thumbs and drop them into your lap, and then close your eyes. So hopefully you have chosen a mantra for tonight. And you're going to be using that mantra throughout the whole practice. You're just repeating the mantra internally to yourself. You might want to start when you close your eyes by settling the breath, bringing awareness into the breath. And then begin to use your mantra internally. The only mantra that you would be saying on both ends of the breath is Soham. So on your inhale, hum on your exhale. All the other mantras you say on your exhale. Good, and then bringing your hands together right to the heart. Open your eyes, and we're going to prepare for our physical practice now. So go ahead and stand up at the top of your mat.